Rachel and welcome back to my channel. So I didn't really have like a theme video that I could do unless I was going to do like a transition video, and I feel like I've done a lot of those. And I also feel like you guys don't know me that well because I change literally all the time. I'm pretty sure I have bipolar disorder, but aside from that, I'm sorry this room is very echoey. I'm actually doing this in my new dance room, which obviously is not finished yet if you have watched my recent vlog on Friday. So yeah, that's why it's super echoey right now. It's probably gonna stay that way just because it's gonna stay pretty empty other than like the piano and like some shelves on the walls. But anyway, I'm gonna do a get to know me better video. So I'm gonna be answering 50 random questions that I found on the internet. And without any further ado, let's just get started. So question 1 is, what was your favorite food when you were a child? And when I was a child, probably it was mac and cheese. I really like Kraft mac and cheese. Like, it is my life, or was my life. What is the #1 most played song on your iPod? Well, I don't have my iPod anymore because it's 2020, but I do have my iPhone, and probably the #1 most played song, I'm sorry, my cat is annoying. Probably my most played song right now is either Rainbow, which is a kid's song, but it's fine, or Hard to Forget because I really love that song. 3, what is one of your favorite quotes? And one of my favorite quotes is, yes, that is my favorite quote, meow. No, my favorite quote is probably life is not about waiting for the storm to pass, it's about learning how to dance in the rain, because it is inspirational and it's a dance quote, and I love to dance. What's your favorite indoor and outdoor activity? So my favorite outdoor activity is probably going to camp, going kayaking, swimming, sitting around the fire, roasting s'mores, that kind of thing. My favorite indoor activity is definitely dance, or writing. I do like to write, or filming videos. What's one chore that you absolutely hate doing? I hate doing the dishes because it's so gross. Ew. What's your favorite form of exercise? Obviously dance. What's your favorite time of day of the week, and month of the year? My favorite time of day is after work when Parker gets to come over, and yes, we did recently just break up, but I still like seeing him, and I honestly still get butterflies every time I see him. My favorite day of the week is probably Sunday or Saturday, because Saturdays I like to go to camp if I can, and Sundays I like going to church and being a part of my dad's life, because for the longest time I wasn't really part of my dad's life. He went to work and then he came home and watched TV, and there wasn't really anything that we had in common. But now that I like to go to church with him and he's a pastor, I get to be more involved in his life, and it's really cool, especially now that my mom is gone and she moved to Florida. I get to be closer to my dad, which means a lot to me. What's your least favorite mode of transportation? I don't really have one. But I guess I say for right now, probably cars, just because, or airplanes. I like airplanes, but they make me sick. I don't understand. What's your favorite body part? Like on me? I would probably say that my eyes or my hair are my favorite part of my body. What sound do you love? I absolutely love the sound of the ocean, and I love the sound of camp at night. You guys have no idea. Okay, if you could throw a party, any kind of party, what would it be like and what would you do for it? If I could throw any kind of party, it would probably be like a throwback kind of party where people can dress up as like different decades. Like I would probably do like 80s or 60s. And I feel like that would just be cool because it would get like a range of new things that I've never learned before or been a part of. And sometimes, even though I am a millennial, I feel like it would be cool to go back into the past and to see what their lives were like. If you could paint a picture of any scenery you've seen before, what would you paint? Definitely camp, 100% camp. If you could choose to stay a certain age forever, what would it be? Oh, this is a good one because growing up, I had a lot of good memories at most all ages. Right now, as an adult, I would definitely not choose to be an adult. I'd probably go back to being 9 again or like 15 because I think I was 15 of summer of 2012. So I definitely be like 9 or 15, definitely. If you knew the world was going to end in 2012, what would you have done differently? Well, the world didn't end in 2012 because we're in 2020. But if the world did end in 2012, I probably would say that I would take more chances and go to more things that I was invited to that I was just too scared to do because I feel like I could have had a lot of fun. If you could choose anyone, who would you pick as your mentor? Tina Fey. I love Tina Fey so much. I have like a problem. If you could witness any past event, past, present, or future, what would it be? I don't really know. I don't have an answer for that one. If you could learn to do anything, what would it be? I would probably, I don't know, I feel like I would want to play the piano, and I know that I have said in multiple videos that I don't like band music and I don't like playing an instrument, which is true. However, I do like the piano, I just don't know how to play it, and it frustrates me like so much. But if I could play the piano, I probably would. Because it would also help me with my songwriting too. If you could meet anyone living or dead, who would you meet? A Tina Fey. If you had to work on only one project for the next year, what would it be? Definitely my music. I would say definitely like my singing and releasing songs and stuff like that. If you were immortal for a day, what would you do? If I were immortal? How do I know I'm not? If you had to change your first name, what would you change it to? I definitely change it to Claire just because of my Nana. If you won the lottery, what's the first thing you would do? I would buy a house. Because, yeah. If you were reincarnated as an animal, drink, ice cream flavor, what would it be? As an animal, I would be a fox because I love foxes. Ice cream flavor, mint chocolate chip or cookie dough. And drink, Shirley Temple. If you could know the answer to any question besides what's the meaning of life, what would it be? If I could know the answer to the only question that I want to know is when will I finally be able to move out of my house? If you could be any fictional character, who would you choose? This is gonna sound really weird, but I feel like I'd be Kuzco from The Emperor's New Groove because, I mean, yes, he's spoiled and annoying in the beginning, but by the end of the movie, he becomes like a really nice person. But he's also rich, and he also has really good friends, so I feel like I'd be Kuzco. What celebrity do you get mistaken for? I don't. What do you want to be when you grow up? Well, technically I'm an adult, but I still want to be a dancer and a singer. When you have 30 minutes of free time, how do you pass the time? Usually I will either start a story or I will do some freestyle choreography, improv choreography, that's what I meant. Improv choreography, just to pass the time. What would you name the autobiography of your life? Welcome to Hell. No, I'm just kidding. I don't know, that sounds weird. What songs are included on the soundtrack to your life? Definitely like upbeat, positive songs that like inspire people, but also some like really sad songs that like really get to your feelings. But I don't know what ones in specific. Have you ever had something happen to you that you thought was bad, but it turned out to be for the best? I mean, no, not really. No, not that I can think of. What was one of the best parties you've ever been to? Sad fact, I've never been to a party. What was the last movie, TV show, or book that made you cry or tear up? I don't really know. The number one movie that makes me cry like so hard every time. Well, there's two. One is My Girl, and the other one is A Dog's Way Home because they're both just so sad. What's the hardest thing that you've ever done? The hardest thing that I've ever done is probably go through this divorce with my parents, and although that it doesn't have anything to do with me and I'm an adult and I have my own life away from them, it's still been super hard because since I was born, my mom has been my number one rock, and I have relied on her for everything and come to her for everything, and then she just went up and left and moved to Florida to be with another guy, and I'm happy that she's happy, but it's been super hard not to have her here physically with me because sometimes I just need her, and I need like our TV nights or our random shopping days, and it's very hard. What was the last experience that made you a stronger person? Probably the divorce. What did you do growing up that got you into trouble? I didn't really do anything that got me into trouble growing up because I was a goody two-shoes for most of my life. Till recently. When was the last time that you had an amazing meal? I don't know. I consider all meals amazing because food. What's the best and worst gift that you've ever received? And given. Oh, okay. Okay, so the best gift, or no, the worst gift that I've ever received is underwear from my mother on Christmas. Like, who does that? In front of my best friend. The best gift I've ever received was not you. Yeah, no, not you. Yeah, no, not you. The best gift I've ever received. The best gift that I receive is actually like an every year thing because my 19th, 20th, and 21st birthday, my cousin and my mom and I all went on little adventures, and my mom would give me a picture of my cousin and I for Christmas to me, and those just mean the world to me. Like, it's just a little thing, it's just a picture in a frame, but they mean the world to me because they share like really good memories that I wish that I could go back and relive, and it's just, I feel like those are the best gifts that I've ever received. As far as given, I feel like the best gift that I've ever given was probably to my mother when I gave her a necklace that said her brother's name on it who passed away, and I gave it to her in a little mason jar that had a little cute quote about heaven, and I feel like that was probably like really sentimental and sweet of me. Like, I feel like that's like my bride and joy moment. The worst gift I've ever given, I don't really know, and I don't mean to brag, but I feel like I give pretty good gifts. What do you miss most about being a kid? I miss my freedom, and it's just weird to say because usually you get more freedom as an adult, but I miss my freedom and I miss my friends, and I just miss being happy all the time and not having to like worry about money or struggling or relationships and stuff like that. I just, was carefree and I loved it, and I honestly wish that kids nowadays would not wish to grow up so fast because honestly, unless your life is that bad, you should enjoy your childhood because as soon as you become an adult, it ain't as glorious as you think it is. What's your first memory of being really excited? Probably going to Disney World. I don't know. What was the first thing you bought with your own money? Oh, it's probably a toy or something. I don't remember. When was the last time you were nervous? I am nervous every day. I am nervous today because I don't know if I'm going to see Parker tonight, and after our breakup, I know that he's hurting pretty bad, as am I, but I try not to show it, or I'm trying not to show it as much as I want to. But what is something you learned in the last week? I learned that life is way too short to be miserable, and if something is making you unhappy, then just simply don't do it and move on with your life. What story does your family always tell about you? There's a lot. But the one that I'm going to mention is when I was a toddler, my mom took me to the mall to go shopping, and apparently I was throwing a fit that I wanted to go home, and so by the time that my mom decided, okay, we're going to go home, I was throwing a fit that I wouldn't move, and so she was dragging me by my arm out of the mall, and some random guy came up to my mom and was like, you shouldn't do that to your child, and my mom got all defensive about it, and, you know. And the other story I'm going to tell is Costco. Apparently every time when my mom said, hey Rachel, you want to go on errands with me? I'd say no. And she'd be like, but we're going to Costco. And I'd be like, Costco? I'll go get my shoes. So I don't remember any of this because I was like yay big. But apparently. At what age did you become an adult? Technically 22, if you really consider me starting to do things for myself, but you become an adult at 18, regardless. So, yeah. And the last, 4 questions or 5 questions are really stupid, so I'm not actually going to answer them because they're not even related to me. So, so I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I love you guys so much. Stay tuned for Friday's vlog and my new theme video coming out on Monday, which hopefully will be a good one, which I'm hoping might actually be a dance studio tour because hopefully the room will be done. And I just said hopefully way too much. So I love you guys, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye!